guys, welcome back to Nature's Cadence Farm. Today we're going to be cool sealing the roof of the office trailer. The one my buddy helped me haul up here to the farm, and I'll put a link to the video up here somewhere, one of these sides. And anyway, so yeah, it's got a few spots on here. I'm going to get you in closer. You can kind of see what I'm talking about. Some of the Kool seal coating has degraded over time. It's starting to rust kind of through, and I'm getting some spots that are chipping up. So I want to go ahead and get this sealed up so we don't have to worry about the rust continuing and the chips getting even worse. So I'm going to get you in here and show you what I'm going to use today, tools wise, and what product we're going to use, and let's get started. So here's what I'm going to start with. There's a roller. There's a brush that the lady at the mobile home supply store sold me and said this was the thing to use to put this product down. I'm going to try a roller. I just thought that might work better, but I've never used this before. So I read the instructions and we're going to see how that works out. But I've got a mini roller over here and a couple little paint brushes to do around the edges, like along that edge and then along this edge here. Right along where that gutter kind of is, and that's supposed to, like where the roof rolls over and then the gutter starts, there's a seam along there, and I want to make sure that's sealed up nice so I'm not getting water behind the roof as it rolls over and inside of my wall. Then I've got a scraper here, this little putty knife. I'm just using to chip up some of this loose paint, and I'm going to get you in a little closer and show you what I'm doing there. Screwdriver is to remove the lid of the bucket. So here's the brand that I'm going to use for this Kool seal. Starts with a K. Reflective roof coating. It says a fibered aluminum roof coating. This is silver. The color on here is silver. You can kind of see the old color was silver. Supposed to be this is reflective. Keep your house cooler in the summer there. Surface Prep says to remove any loose material, pressure wash, and let it dry, and then don't apply it within a certain amount of time there of rain in the forecast, actually for the day. So it should dry over the day. It's going to be about 70 today, 75, and you have to install it or apply it above 50 degrees. So that's just something to keep in mind. It says coverage here 550 to 100 square feet per gallon per coat. 2 coats recommended. I'm going to see how far I get with this. The lady's got plenty more over there, and so if I need to get some more, I can. This is what they're talking about, these loose chips here. You just kind of go through and peel that up. That's kind of deep there, but I'd rather get it off now than have it peel up the good stuff later. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going through the whole roof here, both sides, you know, the far side over there and this side over here, going around the edges doing this. So do that, and then we're going to pressure wash it. This is a roof vent that is on the roof here above the, there's a bathroom in this one. And what we need to do, and I've already done this a while back there, actually, I went around this edge here and I sealed it with this, it was a black asphalt kind of sealant. I did this a while back, so this is all sealed up, ready to go. But when I come back over here with the coating, I'm going to make sure I coat over top of this too. This is along the edge where the gutter is attached, and you can see that crack that's formed. That's where I was talking about using a brush along that edge to fill in this crack and to help seal that water to roll right over into the gutter. First thing I'm going to do is go around these edges with either one of these paint brushes here. This is an old used one. I'm probably just going to throw this stuff away when I get done because stuff's pretty nasty. So this is an old one. This one actually is used too, but it'll be just fine spreading this stuff around. So I need to open up this can here. I just took this, so I bought this a while back, and I just took this up to my local hardware store, and they actually have a paint shaker in there. And I asked them if they would shake it up for me this morning, and they did. It was very, very nice of them. So, so if you have one of these and you don't know you know, how long it's been setting. It's good to go ahead and get it run through a paint shaker, a paint can shaker, because it'll definitely get everything agitated in there to where you can get to it. I'm just going to go around this can here with the screwdriver, and let's see if I can show you what I'm doing here. So you can see these little tabs here. The screwdriver fits right down in there, and you just pry out on it, and that opens up this lid here. So let me get this thing opened up, and then we'll get started. We got all the tabs peeled back there, so let's see what this stuff looks like. Oh yeah, that looks great. So let's see here. That's really thick. Now, like I said, this was just stirred up at the hardware store, so this is what it looks like. It's very thick, not really like a paint at all. I'm not sure how well the roller is going to do. Maybe that's why the lady sold me the brush, and that'll probably be thrown away by the end of this anyway. So all right, well, I think what I might do is put some in this little disposable paint tray here, put my tools to the side out of it. I kind of used it to haul everything up on the roof here with me. So glad I brought all these extra brushes and stuff too. So I'm just going to use this. I put this liner in here, and was thinking that might help clean up a little, you know, make cleanup a little easier. So let's see if we can pour a little out. If I get some on the roof, it's not a big deal because it's all going to get coated. Now, what I did do, something to keep in mind, is I've got my ladder way back there on the other end. I didn't want to paint myself into a corner and you know, not be able to get off the roof. So just keep that in mind too. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to pour some of this into this pan. Let's see what happens here. There we go. That's pretty good. Just going to clean up what's dribbling down the side here with this brush. Maybe spread this stuff out a little bit. Let's go ahead and get over on the sides here and go ahead and get those edges filled in. I'm going to start right here and just show you this. Obviously I have to go down the whole length of the trailer roof. But you can see here where this is kind of looking a little rough here. I'm just going to, like I said, make sure I get all this a good coating. And it looks like this tray is working fairly well. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to go along this edge and make sure we fill that in. It's almost like a paste. Very thick. Seems to be a fairly decent product. It came highly rated by the lady at the mobile home parts store. She seemed to think highly of it, and she had done a few of these before. I had asked her for some help, you know, like what do I need to do? What's the best way to do this? And this is what she said. So I'll follow her thoughts and ideas because she has way more experience at this than I do. So this is what we're going to do. You can see that I've just got this filled in. All those little cracks are coated, and I'm just going to keep going down the whole length of the trailer edge there. Something else I'm going to go ahead and do while I'm here is around the edges of all this sealed up roof vent here. I want to make sure that's sealed up nice and tight, and this stuff looks like it's going to make that really sealed up because it's so thick and goopy. So I'm going to go ahead and go around this because I don't think the brush is going to do as good of a job as me putting it in here by hand. Here you can see I went ahead and got this edge completely painted, and I went ahead and went around some of these other ones here that needed some of the Kool seal around the flanges for some of the penetrations in the roof. And so next up is I'm going to all these little ridges here where the seams are for the roof. I'm going to go over each one of these with the paintbrush and the Kool seal and go ahead and get those prepared. Here's those seams I was talking about here. I'm just going to use this same pan and this brush to just go over these. I want to make sure I get plenty of the seal, the Kool seal, the coating in the little grooves on the side of the seam. So I'm just going to go through all these across the whole roof and get those ready for the big part of the roof to be brushed on. Finished up putting the sealant, or the Kool seal, Kool seal on these seams here all the way down the roof. Next up is we're going to use this brush, and I put it on this pole so I didn't have to bend over. I'm going to use this brush to spread the Kool seal onto the roof. So let's see how that works. I'm going to take this lid off. So just for a 40-foot roof, this is a, I don't know, 9-foot wide, 10-foot wide trailer. This is, again, this is an office trailer, so it's not a full-size 12-foot wide or 14, whatever they are. But it is 40 feet long, so that gives you an idea how much I used, maybe about an inch off the top there. So we're just going to dip the brush in here, and again, like I said, I'll probably end up throwing this away, but let's try it out. So we're going to just, oh, that looks good. I didn't know if this brush was going to give me a good coating along these seams. That's why I went ahead and did those first. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and brush all this stuff on this roof here and see what we can come up with. I'll show you when I'm done. It's going to take me a little while. Okay, you can see I did one section there with the brush. I'm going to give the roller a try just to see if it works any better. The brush seems to work okay. It just seems to kind of smear it around. This roof's getting pretty warm. It's only maybe 65 out, 60 out right now. But the roof is getting pretty hot. I think it's kind of drying really fast. So I'm going to try the roller and see what happens. Okay, tried the roller. I think this stuff is just way too thick for this at least this nap on this roller to pick it up. I'm gonna keep going with the brush. That seemed to work okay. So I've been playing with the brush on the pole here, and I think I figured out kind of a good way to do it, and that's load the brush up there and then kind of do a back and forth motion instead of a brushing motion like you would with a paintbrush. So it takes a lot of this stuff. Pretty much every time you put the brush down, you gotta reload, because this thing is very dry. It needs a lot of this coating. Alright guys, well that about does it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.